in your 40s, you begin the I really don't give a fuck stage.
Yeah, everybody says that one, and I believe
You
it.
really do. It's almost like a light switch, like click, like, oh. Like my name is Jill Scott with an exclamation point at the end. It's on my birth certificate.
Really?
Yes. I really try my best to live my life in each moment that I'm in. So when I'm mom, I'm 100% that. When I'm sister, I'm 100% that. You know, it's exhausting way to live.
Very.
So I'm someone who desperately tries to be in the moment that she's in. And in some places, I'm called Mamikaya, which is Pedi for mother of all good things.
Ooh, those are a lot of good things that are in there.
Yeah.
But of all the things that you are, what is it that you love that you
Uh,
have?
I love my inner child. That's my favorite. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the ability to find wonder in pretty much everything. And when I lose that, I know it's time for me to go sit down somewhere.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a thing that a lot of people spend their lives trying to catch, and to know it and to have it.
It's
That
my favorite part. It's my favorite part. So I know that I have to do things to go find it if I happen to misplace it somewhere. I do really enjoy long walks. I really, really do. Yep. Um, I really enjoy nature. You know, I'm not even a nature girl. I'm
no,
just, I don't want bugs on me. I
I was
don't
about
want
to say I
anything. I don't want them to bite me. I don't like that. Um, but I do like watching the leaves blow.
hmm
You know, and I like the smell of the flowers, and I like when snow falls on my face, and I like to walk in the rain. You know, I love these things, and
hmm
they help me maintain myself.
Right. So
Yeah.
like a joy list. I keep a joy list. So some of
Yes.
those items are on mine, especially the leaves blowing in the
Yeah.
wind. The simple stuff that like people forget that is actually like a practice to stay in joy.
Yes. And you have to fight for it. It ain't easy.
I just had this conversation with a friend of mine because she was just like, it's so hard. And I was like, well, to me, hard is relative. Like you have to define it in different ways because I think hard makes people stop. Oh, it's hard. I'm like, girl, you're gonna have to experience it as new so that you feel like I can go towards this thing. Because also, I try to explain to her like elevation is always going to require you to be inside of something new, right?
Hmm.
Like, unless you want to stay in the same place, you're going to always have to figure out how to adjust to something that's going to be new and
Yeah.
not hard. Like, I think hard, it happens and it's real, but I personally don't want to give it that word.
That's fair. That,
Yeah, because I
that's
was
a
like,
I enjoy that kind of thinking. I like I enjoy the things that terrify me.
mm-hmm,
That's exciting.
exactly.
Like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit,
Right.
oh you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that it's
exactly that.
exciting.
Yeah, and that's the same
Yeah.
thing I was explaining. I said, it's the difference between you being like, oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen, and oh my God, I
Oh
don't know what's gonna happen. Like it's the same thing, but you gotta figure out how to look at it like, oh God, this is so cool, this is so exciting, this is so different, this is so new. Hella uncomfortable,
no. Mm.
but I'm just like so grateful that the actual world is pausing too. So then I'm
No
like, okay,
choice.
I can work on me while everything is happening. I could do this. And I'm getting into the practice now. Because I was distracted by everything before.
Hmm.
Like, oh, I gotta be at this awards show. I gotta do this. I gotta go to that. I gotta write this. I gotta be there. That doesn't exist anymore at
So,
all.
so what did you do
I
instead?
had to sit down,
Mm-hmm.
and really look at myself. And then I'm doing a lot of it still, especially with how I show up inside relationships, all kinds of relationships. And I'm like learning certain things about myself that I'm just like, oh girl, that is not okay to show up like that.
You will get there. It takes time. In your 40s, you begin the I really don't give a fuck stage.
Yeah, everybody says that one, and I believe
You
it.
really, you really do. It's almost like a light switch, like click, like, oh. Like I've been waiting to get to this point in my life, my whole life.
Mm,
Not that I didn't want to be a teenager, because I enjoyed that, and I didn't want to be in my 20s, but I definitely have been waiting to be an auntie my whole life.
really?
Yes.
And see, a lot of people reject it,
That's okay.
but what was enticing to you about getting to the auntie phase?
Being able to share from experience, not just what I think or what I read or what I heard or what I saw,
Mhm.
but being able to share from experience, and be a benefit to somebody else.
Right.
That they may not take it, they may not take what you offer, but it does something for me. I'm very selfish. Um, I really only do things that feel good to me.
See, that's that stuff I'm talking about. Like, that is something that I play over and over in my head a lot because that's where I come from.
Yeah.
And I'm
And
like, is that bad?
it also has to be good for me,
Mhm.
meaning we protect the innocent, uh, do the best possible not to do harm to another person,
Right.
institution. Well, I take that back. Mm-mm. Uh, family, friend, to not do harm. That's super important.
Right.
But to do things because they make you feel good. I do a lot of charity. I hate to call it that. I don't even philanthropy. It
Right.
sounds better, I guess. Um, but it's because it makes me feel good. I feel better knowing that you can finish school. I
Hmm.
feel better knowing that you've earned it.
Yeah.
Earned it. You didn't show up with measly grades and a funky attitude. You showed up with a work ethic and a positive energy. And oh, it makes me feel so good to bless your life. Because what you're going to do for the world is
Mm,
so exciting. I'm so excited for you. That's the kind of energy that I need in order to do even charitable work.
right.
Like it's got to feel good to me. You'll arrive here. Friendships that don't feel good, you back away from them, and you don't have to announce your departure.
Hmm.
It isn't a whole bunch of drama about it. I'm out for a minute. You know the difference when somebody is contacting you and you talk to them in a way where you care. Not that I'm saying you don't care anymore. It's
Yeah.
just hope you're well. Take care. Good luck. Blessings. Keep going. There isn't much else because you don't have the time to invest in whatever it is that they got going on. You don't have it. As you get older, you realize that you don't have it. I don't have the time to go back and forth.
Yeah. And
For
people don't want
what?
to have that real conversation either, because it's like, well, no, everybody has time for it. It's like, well, no, not actually.
So you have time for what you care about. Yes. Yes.
You make it seem so easy to be able to approach those relationships and those conversations in that way. And it can be. Like it can be, but also feelings get in the way. Because I even told another friend of mine, like, I'm scared to, or not even scared. I'm hesitant to tell someone who has been my friend that I don't want to be in this space with you. It doesn't make me feel good. And I'm like, well,
Mm-mm.
who wants to hear that? Who wants
Nobody.
to be on the receiving end, right? Like, so I just feel like I should not say that to someone, even though it's true to me.
It's up to you.
Right.
Is it worth it? If you say something to them, is it worth it to you? Are you going to sleep better? If so, then say it. If not,
Mm.
there are other things to do. Wish them well, send positive vibes in their direction, but keep it pushing.
Mm.
Because you'll get there. You'll get there. You'll make the decision. I promise you.
Yeah.
There's something cut up now. You 37. Go ahead. Finish cutting up 37, 38, 39. You know what I mean? Cut up. But at 40, the lights are gonna come on.
Yeah.
You're blessed to see that age. It's gonna pop on for you.
I believe that truly. I'm looking forward to that. Um, just because I feel like there's just so much growth that happens within the 30s to the 40s, and the 40s then is like, okay, this is what it is.
Mhm.
I'm hella intrigued by the exclamation point on the end of your name on your birth certificate. So I would love to hear the story behind that. And also, like, does one spend their entire life trying to like hit that exclamation point?
Mm, I never really thought about that. Um, my mother says my name isn't Jill Scott, it's Jill Scott. That's what she says. My name is Jill Scott.
Love that though.
Yes. Do you live up to the explanation point? Is that the purpose? Maybe. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. Like I don't know who does. I knew that J. California Cooper knew a lot of them. You familiar with her writing?
No.
Oh dear. Beautiful writer. Beautiful. She had the capacity of telling a story. I didn't even realize how I looked. Oh, deal with it, darlings. She had the capacity to tell the story in such a way that you're there, you're all the way there, and then she stops in the middle of it and talks to God like we do
Mm.
about something completely different or
Mm.
about something in that moment. She was my mentor and a friend, and she knew a lot, but she was in her 80s.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets better. You figure out more as you go along. It enjoy your ride.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your mistakes too. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because you have an option. You can make them again if you want to. Maybe that was a fun mistake. maybe that was a good time mistake. You might make that again. This is your one life. This is the one gig you get.
Mm.
So as you get older, you realize how much time you don't have. I don't know if I'm going to have another 48 years. I don't know.
Right.
But I do know that I've grown since Who is Jill Scott. I know that I'm stronger than I used to be. I know that, oh boy, patience is still patience, being patient with people, understanding. I work on it harder than I've ever worked on it before, um, because it makes me happy. I'm selfish that way.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't want to be um mean to anybody.
Mhm.
I don't want to be nasty to anyone. And I work really hard to make sure that nobody, nowhere, no time pushes me to the place I don't want to be. I'm selfish that way. So I will announce, I won't, I will um, announce my joy. I will talk about it. I will write songs about it. I will write poems about it. I'll take baths in it.
Mm.
I'll take naps on it. You know what I mean? I'll make dinner with it. I'll play it for my son so he can dance to it, you know? But that's what I'm doing
Right.
as a woman now. That's what I'm doing.
Well, Jill Scott, to know you in the way that we know you all this time, because like the things that you do also require that like we consume you, right? And in that you
That's
still
something.
right.
That's my greatest fear.
That's what I was gonna ask about that because I'm intrigued by artistry being excellent at something. It forces you to then be consumed by us in some way, right? So how does an artist deal with that? How does one deal with that for so long? And you are still so well lit. Like your light is still it is still bright.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good news.
Yeah, no,
Woo!
she still got it. She's still on because you've
Thank you.
seen it. You're in this place. You've seen the lights go out in people. You've seen
Yeah,
the tragic stories that we've all seen.
yeah.
So like how does one continue to keep it on?
I mean, I watch some people and they just go and go and go. They've got a different kind of energy. I admire that. It's not my energy. My energy requires me to take naps and walks and to listen to vinyl
Yeah.
and to sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? It requires me to dust and sweep my kitchen floor.
Mm.
I told somebody today, it's the first time I said it, but I think I told Troy. I told her I was uh, ham hocks and what ham hocks and caviar.
Mm. I identify.
Yeah, but I don't eat either. I don't eat either of them. Well, none of that.
But
I'm
the
I'm
energy.
yeah, I'm collard greens and tiramisu. You
Yeah.
know, I'm sushi and cheesesteak hoagies. I don't know how to fit in anybody's boxes. So I don't allow you to consume me.
Mm.
I just won't allow it. I can't have it. It's my greatest fear. I saw a guy get eaten by a bear in a movie, and I was like, fuck that. Like, I don't want to be eaten. I've seen the movies where the shark comes and eats the people,
Right.
while you're alive, to be eaten while you're alive. Like, that's horrible. I don't want that.
And I
So
gotta
I
feel
share with you and I save some for me and I treasure the some that I save for me. And then every now and then I'll share some more and I'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't know you were gonna say that. But
right.
I allow it. I don't hold myself back. But what doesn't come out is mine. And I love that too.
Yeah.
I don't want to be eaten up and spit out by this industry or by being a mother or by being a sexual woman or by uh trying to make money, or making money or having friends or not having a lot of friends or whatever it is. I don't want to be eaten.
Mm.
It's not I don't think that that's a good thing to be consumed that way. And then you have no what's left for you. I'm selfish. I want some left for me.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to save some for the man in my life. I wanna pour it on him. I want him to enjoy it. I don't, and the child in my life and the children in my life and the
Mhm.
friendships that I have. I want to pour me on that.
Mm.
So I am happy to share what I do, you know?
That's a beautiful mastery, because you are also one of those people, because I can identify with the light, right? Where people are attracted to it. It's a lot. It people want a part of it. And I can see people experiencing you and just wanting more. And so I'm so like, wow, she's able to not only give so much of what your beauty is, but like harness it. I'm like, how
You
does
gotta
she
save
do
some
that?
for you. You better save some for you.
No, that is a really good lesson that I'm definitely going to be holding on to. That's a
Good.
really good one. And to the point of saving some for you, like this podcast world doesn't really lend itself to saving. Like this is the space
Mhm.
where it just hangs out. And even on your first episode, where you kind of revealed or shared that you had been engaged 3 times, married twice, and I'm like, oh wow, that's a lot of romantic, intense love to experience. So I'm curious, because you have had so many different forms of it. You are a mother, you have been mothered, you have the auntie title,
Mhm.
and also all of these different romantic relationships that you've shared. What is it about love now that you are so sure of?
Oh, oh boy. I believe in love and everything that comes with it. The heartbreaks, the inspiration, the tenderness, the sugar kisses, the laughter. When it's genuine, the rest you may have. Love takes time, I've learned. It takes time. And it doesn't matter how grown you think you are or how much you've got it all together in some areas. Love takes time and effort and energy. I hear about love at first sight. I know about lust at first sight. I know about love at first sight with girlfriends. Like, yup. That definitely happens for sure. Like, okay, ma, I see you. You know, but I haven't found a reason to give up on love yet. I just can't find it. It's a part of the life, man. It's the part of your story. You might end up meeting somebody really early and spend the rest of your life with them and be super happy. You might still be on a quest. You might find someone that you really enjoy spending your time with, like myself, like Laia St. Clair. You know, this is a part of the living. It's okay. A life without love? Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't want any parts of it.
Mm-mm.
I can't imagine it. Why would I want that? So yeah, I absolutely believe in love because it fortifies me and it picks me up off the ground when I fall down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What have been some of those recurring lessons? Because like God likes to show up with the lessons, and I think keep showing up when you don't when you don't learn. So I'm curious, like, what love lessons have you had reoccur for you that you feel like maybe, okay, I got it. I'm good at that thing, or I know what that thing is.
Well, one thing that keeps reoccurring is God, girl, it's like, girl, I'm God. Chill. I got you. I love you so much. I'm always working in your good. I'm always working in your good.
Right.
Even when something sucks, when the times are troubled, like, yo, I'm right here and I got you. That is a reoccurring theme in this life.
Mm.
I had no idea that I could have children. I prayed for that baby. I prayed for that baby. I went into a Temazcal with his father and we prayed. I prayed for that baby. And surprise, surprise, here he comes. And I have a child and it doesn't work out. The relationship doesn't work out. And I'm like, what? I'm a single mother? Me? I never saw this. What? Now I'm a single mom and I don't really like this mothering business. Wait a minute. I thought it was going to be all, rainbows and fairy tales. No, this dude pooped in my hand, like in my hand, and vomited between my boobs. Like, wait.
On it.
And I didn't know. I don't know what's happening. This is not what I thought. And then here comes God. Like a ninja.
Truly.
Just all of a sudden, this thing clicked in me and I was his mother. And now, I mean, like, and I couldn't love anybody any more than that.
But we learn. Well,
Yeah.
I'm so excited about you in this podcast. As I have always told everybody, your voice is a love language, the speaking and the singing voice. So I'm excited that we get to experience you on this level too, because it's like layers. We get layers of Jill Scott, and I'm here for the harvest.
Wait till you hear the music.
Oh, so we're really putting the Jill Scott on it. That's why the stamp is there.
Thank you. Yeah, there's several different kinds in places that you didn't imagine me to go.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Love that. Oh, you have been everything that I was hoping you would be, and you just of a human.
I'm so glad to see you existing. I knew I wasn't by myself.
No.
Every time I see us, I get so excited. Like, there we go.
Yep.
I hear unicorns in these streets. Yes.
In the spaces. Yes, exactly.
Yep.
So thank you. All of your foundational work. Thank you.